Welcome to the Forum Watch, DK Vine's own topic review, hosted by Scholarly Saf and some other member who I can't remember. Listen to the Forum Watch or else I'll kill you. I'll slaughter or shoot ya, whatever will suit ya. Maybe I'll frame ya, or maybe I'll maim ya.
Alright, welcome to the Forum Watch, Season 2. I am joined today by everybody's least favorite self-deprecator, Sir Chasm. How's it going, Chasm?
You ever notice that after the last guest star you had, who was the incredible immortal monkey Jim, you just had to drop down to the lowest possible level?
Well, you know, I put out a bunch of feelers and, none of my first choices wanted to do the show, so, yeah, it fell to you.
Why were all of your first choices either famous celebrities or fictional characters, then?
Look, you know, Scraps was as close to a fictional character as we had on the forums, and I just couldn't go from that to a real, rounded person.
Well, you couldn't just call Bobo friend?
I tried, but Hyle's a little busy these days.
Oh. You've ruined the magic! 3 minutes, if that, into the second season of the Forum Watch, and you've already jumped the shark.
Already jumped the shark. Fucking continuing to make these slanderous accusations.
That is my sworn duty.
Is that clock I was hearing about?
Yeah, there's the clock.
You say it chimes every quarter hour.
Every quarter hour. Whoever can correctly count the number of times that clock chimes will win absolutely nothing.
You will win a shout-out on episode 5 of Season 2 of the Forum Watch.
Yes. Why episode 5, may I ask? Will it really take them, like, a month to count the number of gongs over our excruciatingly painful discussion?
I just don't want to commit to having to do too much work too fast.
I understand that.
Well, as you listeners may have noticed, I am not joined this week by Scrap69.
Actually, you are. I have simply tied and gagged him. He is currently floundering in the back corner of my recording room. How you doing over there, Scraps? Yeah, that's the spirit. All right.
Ain't the first time he's been tied up.
Hey!
But, yes, as many of you may have known, may be aware, Scraps has decided to take a little hiatus from not only the Forum Watch, but the forums at large. He said that he just wasn't getting enough time to spend with his girlfriend, wasn't getting enough time to even play video games, and, you know, I feel like discussing video games should never take precedence over actually playing them.
Well, usually I combine the two, but if it's something that can only be done by having the full focus on the game itself, I totally understand that. I don't know. Are any games out that require focusing? I thought the point of games nowadays was play when you want to. Oh, there's a bird flies. Something like that.
Is that a burn on Flappy Bird?
I guess. A burn that was about 2 months late.
Well, if we're anything here on the Forum Watch, we are timely and contemporary.
It just occurred to me that that's funny. Yo, even my comic timing is belated.
Oh man, oh man. It's really sad not having Scraps here. He was a great contribution to the show. He he did a lot of the behind the scenes work on the show, kept it running. It's kind of hard not having him here. I'm a little lost, a little scared, a little nervous.
It's kind of discerning when you realize that the guardian angel in your life was a guy who would do nothing but make a penis joke every 5 minutes.
And then laugh at his own penis joke uproariously.
Well, that's part of the charm.
That's Scrap69 charm.
You gotta be a dick about being a dick. Or about having a dick. How did
I... Oh, I'm not fixing that in the edit, my friend.
Top class podcasting! You get what you pay for.
You get what you pay for, and at this point, I'm making even less money than the DK Vine staff.
Oh, that's unfortunate. They have jobs. They just don't have jobs that let them have money Wait.
Yes, that is indeed the problem.
Whatever. Volunteer work counts.
Volunteer work, you know? They make people happy. They get paid in smiles.
Right. They get paid in smiles.
They get paid.
Cream of smile soup.
Toasty.
Hold on, I need to check something.
Alrighty.
Talking when I managed to misspell the link. I'm that kind of guy. Okay, good. DKVine.com/Quiznos still does link to the commercial where that originated.
Oh, that link is gonna be there like a decade from now.
Oh,
We're gonna be thinking about it and be like, I wonder if that still works.
Right.
Of course, the video won't be there, but...
Right, because by then YouTube will have been swallowed by some other... well, no, the big swallowing amalgamation is Google, so I guess YouTube would be fine.
Google already swallowed YouTube.
Well, it's called GooTube now.
GooTube. Actually, I was on GooTube just before recording.
Oh,
Uh-huh.
I knew you were going to do that.
Yeah, thanks for the setup.
Yep. I set him up, you knock him down.
See, we don't need Scraps here after all.
Mm-hmm. Wait, I only thought Scraps was the guy capable of clicking his tongue. Man, we really don't need him.
Yeah, and I got everything I need right here.
You mean your dick?
In my... Oh, yes.
Yeah, I can do him too.
But, you know, in honor of Scrap69, I think we should make him Member of the Week. What do you think, Chasm?
You mean member of the month?
Member of the Month. There we go. Member of the Fortnights.
Yeah, plural. There you go.
So, yes.
Stop laughing when it's not funny.
It's never funny. It's never funny.
Then why are you laughing?
Because maybe my laughter will be infectious, and the audience will start laughing.
Maybe your laughter will be infectious and the audience will die.
I hope so.
Good.
But yes, Scrap69 joined the forums on 20th June 2010 after the announcement of Donkey Kong Country Returns. He originally came from DK Atlas, pretty much the only other Donkey Kong forum on the internet. You ever been there, Chasm?
I haven't. I was once a member of a Banjo-Kazooie forum called Spiral Mountain before that died. But aside from that, no, I know that it's kind of has a bad reputation around these parts, but aside from that...
Oh, really? What kind of reputation?
Oh, a reputation is in it's not called DK Vine.
Yeah, any place that's not us pretty much sucks. It's not a bad site, though. I really like their, I really like the DK Atlas that they have going with the level maps and everything. Some of them are even animated.
Oh, that's interesting. So they're trying to make a gigantic world map, kind of like how the likes of Hyle Russell are attempting to make sure that the entire DK Island chain has an explanation as to where everything is related to each other game.
Yes, except theirs isn't done in MS Paint.
Ah. Oh, that was a joke. I'm sorry.
No. Oh, man. But, came from DK Atlas, joined after Returns, probably one of the more notable members of this post-Renaissance era.
Was that a pun, out of curiosity?
Oh, what a pun.
Post-Renaissance, because I thought you were, like, referring to the fact that the forum also had a Renaissance, so it was a post-Renaissance.
Oh! Like a posting... yeah, that was an intentional pun.
Ah, good. I'm glad to hear it.
You know, Scraps, when he first joined, he was just, you know, an average run-of-the-mill poster. Brought good discussion, funny discussion. It wasn't until months on, when he really established himself, that he really introduced his defining feature.
The avatar of the piñata?
I was referring to his sexual innuendo.
Oh, so was I.
Ah. Yes, it's been said that Scraps brought sexual innuendo on DK Vine to a whole new level. Really made it an art form.
Were you expecting something else from a guy with 69 in his name?
You know, I wasn't sure what to expect. You're never sure what to expect when a new poster joins.
Unless it's me, in which case you can expect fear and loathing. And, like, briefness.
Brevity?
Brevity, yeah. fear, loathing, and brevity, which is exactly why I'm popular with the ladies.
Mm-hmm.
Dead silence, yeah!
And much like yourself, Scraps has been a big caller into the conversation.
Amen to that. I imagine he's done the most calls, unless we count like the number of times Master DS had to call and then recall again.
No, Scraps is definitely the most prolific caller to the conversation. And
Amen to that. I'm saying that too often, and by that I mean twice. The weird thing about Scraps' calls is that he makes serious points, but only when he's not doing his voice.
Yeah, I know. I think a lot of people were surprised when the Forum Watch started airing, and they found out that A, that wasn't his normal voice on the conversation, and B, that, he actually was this really articulate, intelligent person. And not just silly and full of innuendo all the time. All the time.
All the time. I once had a plan to actually call into the conversation doing an impersonation of Scraps. Yeah. Like, it was something about, like, how he was taking a break from his morning ritual of drinking the blood of a newborn pig. It's hard to impersonate Scraps because it always seems like you're trying too hard.
It does. Nobody can really capture that manic energy
right
quite as well as he does.
Which is exactly why this is the most high-energy podcast ever recorded.
Oh yeah, we're just fucking off the wall here today.
Man, anti-gravity fucking. The future's gonna be great.
The future's so bright, I gotta wear a condom. And, Scraps actually, before he started the Forum Watch, he made his content creation debut with a little video called the DK Rock Rap. A little video on YouTube.
It's easy to look it up. We're not going to describe the link because that would probably take more time to say the youtube.com/view ? Capital Q, and that's not the actual one. I'm just...
I was wondering.
I'm not that insane.
I kind of am sometimes.
Right. But it is still worth a watch. Even if you're not a fan of Scraps' unique personality. The DK Rock Rap did have a lot of effort put into it. The song itself is damn catchy, I have to say.
Oh yeah, it keeps running through my mind almost as much as our theme song. I didn't really, even before I was banned in 2012, those years of 2010, 2011, I wasn't really that involved with the forums. And pretty much all the people I talked to outside the forums were people that I'd known for years, so I didn't really know Scraps that well until he messaged me out of the blue on Facebook. And we got to talking a little bit, and I mentioned that I had an idea to do a podcast, start a new venue for those kind of historicity posts that I was making around the time. And Scraps was really into the idea, started coming up with all these ideas and concepts, and eventually we just said, why don't we do it together? And so, despite never having once talked to each other in person, we called each other on Skype and did a podcast together.
And thus history was made.
And thus Forum Watch history was made.
Right.
And, I really got to know the guy. We were basically in contact pretty much constantly for those 7 or 8 weeks we were in production. And, I don't think I've met a more professional DK Viner. It's really surprising. You wouldn't quite expect that from his personality that he portrays on the forums, but he's a really upstanding, dedicated worker.
Well, I think that was kind of the idea, wasn't it? Like, do you understand the concept of just having some sort of a persona to put on while you're doing actual work?
Oh, yeah.
Like, I'm pretty sure that's what Scraps' idea was. If anything, I imagine Scraps does that posting... I'm not trying to put him down, but I'm saying he could do it simply for the reactions he was going to get.
Oh, yes.
Because, if anything, that's a good way to get out of forum members' true colors. drive him over the edge with one too many dick jokes and see who cracks first.
Yes, that kind of trolling, but not actively trolling. Not so the moderators can get you.
Right. He has trolling to an art.
Oh, yes. Much like his dick jokes, he brought trolling to a whole new level of art form.
A bit Dadaist, but still art.
Ah, yes. So, Scraps will not be joining me for Season 2 of this show, but those interested in his podcasting skills can look forward to an upcoming episode of The Conversation, where he will be featured on.
Indeed. Unfortunately, he will not be doing his calling voice, as emphasized many times by Chad McKenna.
Which will be a little unfortunate, because it'll kind of ruin the running gag he has going on with his calls.
That being said, if you want to call The Conversation, which is, by coincidence, the same forum number to submit a question to the Forum Watch, please dial 1-281-410-KONG. That's 1-281-410-5664.
Chasm, is there any chance you'd do the jingle for us?
If you want to call The Conversation, it's to... fuck my life. No, there is no chance that I will do the jingle for you.
Oh, not at this point. You've fucking blown it, dude.
Oh, man.
The
The good news is I have a reputation now.
A reputation is what?
Oh, a guy who fucks things up.
Well,
we all gotta start from somewhere.
That we do. So, Chasm,
yes?
How about we start talking about you?
No, that's a terrible idea. For the, 3 people who are still listening to this?
I'm sure it'll be at least 10. Maybe even a dozen.
Whoa. Don't go overselling yourself.
Yeah, I guess I shouldn't get such a big head.
Mm-hmm. Unlike Scraps.
Just because I have the third most popular Donkey Kong podcast on the internet.
Mm-hmm. Wait, third?
Yeah, behind The Conversation and the Pod DK cast.
We're beating the Vine?
I'm sure we're beating the Vine. I'm sure people don't even remember the Vine.
Yeah, especially since we've mentioned it 2 times in the past 3 seconds. Advertisement!
So, Chasm,
yes.
You joined the forum in June of 2013.
Yep, the 13th.
Right after Tropical Freeze was announced. Now, how long had you been lurking the forum?
Oh, I actually didn't lurk the forum ever. I was mainly just a lurker of the main site. I didn't see anything that happened in the forum until I joined it after Tropical Freeze's announcement.
Wow, so what convinced you to join the forum then?
Tropical Freeze. I don't know if I've actually... I think I told this in the, hey, add me as a member post, but nowhere else. The one time in my life where I've wept tears of joy was after the trailer for Donkey Kong Country Tropical Freeze. And I kind of...
yeah?
And I kind of realized at that moment, there's a forum I should probably be joining.
Yeah, if Donkey Kong is moving you to tears of joy, then you definitely belong here.
Mm-hmm.
This is definitely the place for you.
Yep. Though I didn't know it at first.
But you'd lurked the main site.
Yeah.
Despite the fact that there really wasn't a whole lot of content on the main site back in those days.
Well, I was rereading things a lot, and furthermore, when I joined, Bitching About Brawl was just getting started, because around the time that Smash Bros. Brawl came out, there was a lot of information coming out a lot of the time. If it wasn't Bitching About Brawl, then it would be the Smashed update, or it would be some E3 post, and if anything, there was still a lot of the backstory to get through. I had to read the end, for crying out loud.
Yeah, there were quite a lot of features you probably had to read.
Mm-hmm.
Or else you wouldn't get all of our amazing in-jokes.
Right. Apologies, by the way, to those who don't get the amazing in-jokes. You may have the consolation prize of me blowing a raspberry at you.
Oh, that was a weak raspberry.
I apologize.
There you go.
There you go. My mouth was dry.
Oh, you don't have water available?
No.
You're doing a recording and you don't have water available.
No, I destroyed all of the water. I'm not giving you any context, by the way.
No contact needed.
Mm-hmm.
So, you've been here less than a year.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts on the forum?
Oh,
What are your general impressions?
Oh, it's abominable. But I can't stay away from it.
Do you post anywhere else on the internet?
Oh no. As I said, I was a member of that Banjo-Kazooie forum, but then it kind of died out. I've never been much for forums, mainly because I'm not the most personable fella.
Really now?
Well, duh. I'm autistic, Saf. What the hell are you expecting?
Though, I feel like there's a high prevalence of autism on DK Vine.
Right. Both announced and unannounced. I imagine there are a few, you're just assuming.
Yeah, probably. But, there's been a lot of people I've talked to, and they've talked about it, and, I've never had an official diagnosis myself, but, so, I feel like if there's a place on the internet that's going to be understanding about that sort of thing, it's going to be here.
Well, yeah, unless you hate Donkey Kong, in which case,
Oh, yeah, unless you love Metroid.
Yeah, jeez. Should have been Metroid! Should have been Metroid! Should have been Metroid!
Should have been Metroid.
Oh, could have been Metroid. But it wasn't. Did I ever tell you the story of how I found DK Vine?
No, you hadn't.
Because I'm pretty sure I'm the only person who found DK Vine through this. The first thing I ever saw from DK Vine was my Mukiro Ketodan.
Really?
Yeah. Like, back then, I think it was like 9 or whatever, I was freaking fascinated by the idea of animutation, and there was a wiki dedicated to him. And I was just going through them in order, and there was my Mukiro Ketodan created by Aussie Ben, or whoever did that. I think it was Aussie Ben.
Yeah, it was Aussie Ben.
Yeah. And so he was just credited there, and I'm like, oh, sure, I'll watch this. And I was like, oh, this is ridiculous. I don't get any of these jokes. But that's kind of the point of animutation. The less you understand it, the funnier it is.
And that was what was great about Mayamuki, is that it was filled with all these really deep in-jokes of the time. But if you weren't aware of it, it was still a really good example of animutation.
Right, exactly. You have both eggs in one bird.
Both eggs right up the cloaca.
Yep.
Cloaca? I don't know.
Oh, yeah.
But that's how DK Vine has always operated, trying to have our cake and eat it too.
Oh, I thought DK Vine was always operated up a bird's asshole. We are the reason Master Neki Jr. exists.
Exactly. Master Neki Jr. Actually, I don't believe his name
Well,
was
no,
Master
his name
Neki.
is Master Neki, and then there's Master Neki Sr. I just wanted to make sure that people got the joke. Because if it was Master Neki... Fuck.
You could have made the joke about Crow.
Yeah, I could have made the joke about Crow, but I didn't!
Oh, man. So, in your year here, you got any favorite memories on the forum?
There's the time I didn't know what a leitmotif was.
No, they didn't know what a leitmotif was.
I looked it up on Wikipedia.
They had it wrong.
And I was like, oh, that technically exists. And then I was like, and then they're like, and then I was like, I have the innate ability to speak in gibberish and comprehend it. I'm looking at my post counts. I'm at 494.
494, 500 posts in almost a year.
Yeah, 500 makes me,
How many posts per day is that?
1.4. 0.16% of total forum posts.
Yeah, I got about a similar posting ratio, but I was banned for many years of my posting career, so...
Did Helios have a similar...
Helios, actually, it was great, because when I ended as Helios, I had exactly 666 posts.
Truly a false prophet.
But then I screwed up, and I actually responded to somebody as Helios when I meant to be Saf.
Oh no.
Yeah, so I had to go in and edit it, and I ruined my 666 post count, and then I was like, oh, fuck it, I can't make that mistake again. So I just came out with it.
Mm-hmm. Well, that and the other.
What other?
Well, I was attempting to make a "you are gay" joke, But I don't think we're allowed to make those since this is a kinder, gentler DK Vine.
This is a kinder, gentler DK Vine. I suppose I should address that.
I thought that would be a discussion for a different discussion. But if you want to go into that, I don't know if you were just interested in going over the new rules and regulations. You didn't have it listed on the non-existent document that we were using as a reference.
Well, even if it's not on the document, we could,
Improvise! Yeah!
Yes, improvisation.
Yes, and we're going to do it.
And, yes. Yes, and.
And yes.
And, yes, and yes. But, over the past couple weeks or so, there had been just numerous flare-ups of arguments just raging in different threads. And it got to the point where pretty much there were 2 or 3 threads at a time where just massive arguments were going on. And so Heil and David, beloved forum moderator, decided to update the rules to emphasize certain behaviors that they didn't want to see anymore, certain behaviors that we should be living up to.
Right, that were becoming more and more prominent. Mostly just due to, was it mainly the Smash forum? The Smash topic? That's where I thought a lot of the flares were coming from.
We're seeing a lot of it in, the Donkey Kong forum, where people couldn't let it go that people have different opinions about Donkey Kong Country, too. Just, seeing it in threads everywhere.
Right.
And so, David and Heil took it upon themselves to update the rules. And, that brought them a lot of flack.
A lot of flack, including at least one member just calling it quits.
Indeed. Was that Chaos Heart?
That was Chaos Heart.
It was funny because I was talking to Rockhawk when that thread went up, and he idly mentioned to me, it seems like this rules update would be a draw for Chaos Heart to come back. And sure enough, within the hour, there he was.
Announcing his departure.
Yeah, which he'd already pretty much departed, but true to Chaos Heart fashion, he had to get the last word in.
Mm-hmm. Of course, I have him under ignore, so he never had a word to begin with.
Oh, you used the ignore feature on the forums.
Yeah, I have 5 people ignored, mainly because...
Would you like to name the other 4?
Oh, Christ on a cracker. I actually... No, I don't. I will, however, check to see if... Hold on. Now I'm actually curious.
Now, in all the years I've been here, and all the people who have pissed me off or, just not been really worth listening to, in my opinion, I've never really put anyone on ignore. But I feel like that would make the forums experience probably a lot smoother.
Yeah, it is a lot easier. 7, actually.
7? Wow.
Yep. I am a cruel, cold-hearted cynic.
But, you probably don't have to deal with half the bullshit we have to deal with.
Well, I have the option to read it, and when you quote them, it's not blocked text, so...
Ah, yeah, so if it's a member who's constantly getting into arguments, you get to see all their posts anyway.
Right, but then it's more of an MST3K type deal, and that's a bit more enjoyable.
Yeah.
Well, there's your crow joke.
Yes. Now my question is, can you ignore a moderator?
I haven't tried that, and I'm afraid to.
It'll send them an email. Sir Chasm has tried to block you.
Right. If anything, again, I mean no respect, but it would be funny to see someone try to block David.
Yeah.
Can one block B-Locker?
Nothing gets past B-Locker.
Mm-hmm. Except Lanky's arms.
Oh, man. That game. So full of glitches.
Mm-hmm.
I actually kind of feel bad about the new rules, because I kind of... back in the day, I used to kind of make a lot of subversive posts. Used to kind of, push the boundaries a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
And I kind of did that here this week with a thread I made about the hashtag conversations going on in the wake of the Elliot Rogers murders.
Wow, what a nice topic to have on a DK Vine forum podcast. I'm in the mood for some jovial dick jokes. Let's talk about a guy who killed 6 people.
Yes. Much like that plane crash that killed a whole bunch of people.
That was the introduction to Donkey Kong Country Tropical Freeze.
No, I think those are all cargo planes. Nobody dies. Nobody dies in a nice, fluffy retro game.
Oh, except the many, many polar bears.
Poor polar bears.
Well, only one polar bear, actually.
That singular polar
Yeah, the
bear.
one polar bear and the lot of walruses.
Walrus.
Walrus?
Walrus. Yeah.
Penguai.
Penguai. There we go. Penguins.
Yeah.
What the hell were we talking about?
The rules and regulations.
Rules and regulations. Yes,
Clearly that discussion is over.
Yes, clearly that discussion is over. So, why don't we move into the discussions that we had actually planned for,
Right.
Chasm?
Yeah.
What do you think?
Yeah, sure thing. It's not like we haven't wasted these people's 40 minutes.
I think they knew what they were getting into if they were clicking on us.
Right, of course. Only 39 minutes.
So, the first topic I wanted to discuss this week, this fortnight, this month, however often these episodes are going to come out, was the Silverbackers thread in the Completely Relevant subforum.
Mm-hmm.
Started on April 29th, 2014. Chad and Heil, for a long time, DK Vine has never really begged for money. They always had a little PayPal link at the bottom of the forums, but, they'd never done any kind of fundraising drive or anything like that, which is, kind of surprising, considering that they footed the bill for these forums, for the site, for over a decade. Finally, they decided to do a Kickstarter-esque kind of donate to us, we'll throw you some recognition kind of thing.
Right. Well, yeah, recognition unless you donate $9.99 or less, in which case you are merely a sucker.
That's what I love, is that you don't get a thank you until you donate $10.
Right. It's just... you're just digging through the cushions of your sofa trying to find the 1 penny to add to your PayPal account.
And nope, not going to get that sweet, sweet recognition.
Well, you could call them.
You could call the conversation?
Yes. I'm not doing the jingle!
Damn it, Chasm. Damn it. You're so good at jingles.
Right. Ring-a-ling-a-ling.
So, the other tiers that they have offered is at $50, they will give you a permanent forum title change to a financial backer status of your choosing.
Pending staff approval.
Pending staff approval. And I believe they said on the conversation that it doesn't necessarily have to be financial related.
Yeah, I think it's just a change in your forum title. I know Master Diaz has already done it, for he is now the Master of Banana Coin.
Master of the Banana Coin. For those times when he's allowed to post here.
Right. So every 4 days you get to see that.
I think it's a little unfortunate that they would go changing people's forum titles, because it seems like the people who are most likely to donate at the $50 tier are the people who have a whole bunch of posts. So we'll probably never see that tier that goes beyond Immortal Monkey.
Right.
Because all the Immortal Monkeys. Now, at the $75 tier, you can join Chad and Heil for a 15-minute segment on the conversation to discuss a DKU topic of your choosing.
I'm sorry, Saf. I believe you mean a 15-minute segment on the conversation.
Conversation. That is indeed what I have written down here.
Yep. So, that magical 5th most popular Donkey Kong audio podcast, The Conversation, hosted by Harry and Chid.
Hosted by Hyde Roussel.
And Chid McCunn. I just killed every vowel alongside the earbuds of our listeners. Eardrums.
Eardrums.
Very professional.
It was kind of surprising that they would open up a segment on the conversation to anybody willing to pay, because it seems like they have a lot of vision for that show. It seems like they have a lot of artistic direction.
Yeah, they kind of have a big overarching plan for the most part. because you always hear, when the holidays come, we'll be doing the Diddy Kong Racing look back, or whatever the term is.
And of course, coming E3, they have those 3 episodes in a row.
Right. But I think it's actually a smart decision to do a 15-minute segment, for 2 reasons. One, that's pretty much a little bit more time than they would spend on discussing a telephone call, and 2, they can put them all in a row in one episode. Because the Summer Swamp Ass is going to come hit us pretty hard soon. And I know that they said that that's when they were planning to do the other the other payment tier, and so I imagine they would just put all of those in one episode and then do the other tier. Again, a smart decision.
It's just a shame that it has to be a DKU topic, because I'd love to donate $75 and then have Chad do my favorite impressions for 15 minutes.
Well, you can actually get around that. Spend $75 and talk about your favorite Banjo-Kazooie grunting noises, but you will only do it if they do them with you. Tune in to the 750 mark to hear everybody do an impersonation of the guy who lives in the Pyramid of Gobi's Valley who owns Histup.
Oh, good lord, Chasm. You don't remember his name?
I'm sorry, I remember that the snake is Histup, and I remember that his pet is Toots. I can't remember the guy's name.
Well, Toots is,
Toots is the little pink guy, I think.
He's probably the most important character in there.
Well, he is. He's the only one who reappeared in Banjo-Tooie.
That is true. He did not appear in Nuts and Bolts, I don't believe.
He didn't? Not even as like a, one of those little things you can stick to the hood of your car or whatever?
He might have. He might have been a hood ornament. I haven't quite unlocked everything in that game. Haven't even beaten that game.
I think it's more of a problem that you're playing that game.
Yeah.
Poor innocent Saf. One day you'll learn.
The only other, issue I have with the idea of a 15-minute segment is, what happens if they go off on a tangent? 15 minutes, that's hardly enough time for them to talk about the X-Files.
But it is just enough time to save on car insurance.
Aha! 15 minutes or less.
Mm-hmm.
Are you in good hands?
Only when Scraps is nearby.
Ah, Scraps. We miss you, Scraps.
We can't get so nostalgic now. We gotta soldier on.
Gotta soldier on. Gotta solder on.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know which one it actually is.
We gotta smolder on.
Smolder. Gotta... At the $150 tier...
Thank you.
However... At the $150 tier, however, you can join Chad and Heil for an entire episode of The Conversation, DKU topic of your choosing.
Mm-hmm. And both that and the $75 tier will also get you the thank you on The Conversation, as well as your title change.
Now, I wonder if they would thank you on the episode you're on?
They aren't. I can already tell you that 2 of the big spenders, being Scrap69 and Zeppelin, they have already been thanked. Well, Zeppelin's mom.
Yeah, Zeppelin's mom, Barbara.
Right, Barbara, thank you.
I was surprised to see Zeppelin do the big donation. He hasn't really been posting that often these days.
Maybe that's, No, I don't have a reason, I'm sorry.
That's alright.
Was Zeppelin the one who won the Pod DK Cast's competition to come up with the new jingle?
I believe he was.
Well, there you go. I think Zeppelin really just wants to appear on as many podcasts as possible.
Perhaps I should invite him to do this show.
I'm surprised you haven't already.
Well, like I said, all my first choices turned me down.
It's always nice to know that you're the second fiddle.
Oh, you're like 6th or 7th fiddle.
At least I am a fiddle. I have not been reduced to blowing on an empty jug.
Hooting on an empty jug.
My apologies.
Jug hooting.
Jug hooting. Jug hooters. Jugs.
No, like breasts.
Like breasts.
Like tits.
Yes.
Scraps. We miss you, dude.
We miss you and your breasts.
And your big luscious breasts. It's great seeing DK Vine. Not only with the Silverbacker program, but they've really been let me start that over. It's great. It's great seeing DK Vine interacting with the fan base, kind of giving back, having those opportunities. Not just with the Silverbacker program, but they're also doing a giveaway contest with a website called Fangamer.
Indeed they are.
Sorry.
Go
ahead.
Yes. I was just going to do a little summary because I want the ability to say words. I've been letting you rein the horses.
Rattle on.
Yeah. Rattle on like his tup. More callbacks!
Ooh. Like 5 minutes ago.
Yep. Christ, I'm tired. Anyways, DK Vine has teamed up with Fangamer. If you sign the petition to give Chief Bloatizin his epic 9-game series, you will be in the running to be one of 5 lucky winners.
What do those winners get?
First prize will get a Bear and Bird print t-shirt by one Ashley Davis, as well as a Banana Bounty print by John McGraham. Second place will receive a Simian Sidekick t-shirt and 4 Congo pins by John K.
And now this is not the same John K. who did Ren and Stimpy.
No. And it is also not John J. Cobb, Jingleheimer Schmidt. Lame jokes!
Well, that's what they tuned in for.
Right. Lame jokes and dick jokes.
And lame dick jokes.
Yes, we need that, imprinted in Latin as the Forum Watch motto.
Lame jokes?
Yeah, well, lame jokes, dick jokes, lame dick jokes.
Yes.
Third, fourth, and fifth place will also receive the Congo pin set. Anyone who has already signed the petition prior to the beginning of the contest, such as myself, are also in the running.
So long as you provided a valid email address.
Yeah, exactly.
Now, had you heard of Fangamer before?
I knew that it did shirts. Was Fangamer the same site who did the Crocodile Isle Spiced Rum shirt?
I believe it was.
Well, there you go. We've even seen him on the Facebook page. Like DK Vine on Facebook!
At facebook.com/DKVine.
Mm-hmm.
Join 24,000 like-minded people.
Or at least 20,000 like-minded people and 4,000 bots.
At least 10,000 like-minded people and 14,000 random Mexicans.
At least one like-minded person.
At least
join. Please
At least
join.
all the people on the forums are there.
Well, not me. I don't have a Facebook.
Well, how are you aware of the Facebook, then?
It always shows up below the forum news, the latest posts.
Right. It's the de facto front page now.
Right.
I suppose they have been posting cool content from Fangamer for a while now.
Yeah, and so it figures that they would be able to join forces and have this competition. Well, competition.
Competition. This competition to sign a petition.
Right. Well, a little rhyme there.
It's interesting. How exactly is Fangamer allowed to make this merchandise?
To make the merchandise? I think it's, I'm not positive. I think, they have a deal with whoever owns the content that the clothing is based off of. Because I remember, you always know that they're on the tags on the back of the shirt, they'll have, the little copyright. And I think as long as you have that copyright, might be a few royalties or whatever, but I'm pretty sure if that's all squared away, then congratulations, you can make a shirt or a pin set and sell it on the internet.
It seems like Nintendo has been opening up their willingness to allow people to create content based on their intellectual property.
Right, of course. Well, duh. Nintendo's been selling you ROM hacks.
You talking about NES Remix?
Well, yeah, I'm talking about that. The Japan-only BS The Legend of Zelda Ancient Stone Tablets. New Super Luigi U.
ROM, yeah, that's a ROM hack.
It kind of is. It's the exact same map layout. Except there's just a level that makes you weep in pain.
Are there actual Wii U ROMs out there?
Not that I'm aware of. I know that the Wii has one. There's the Dolphin emulator.
Dolphin. And that looks really good, actually.
Yeah, Dolphin is great. I'm also pretty sure that's one of the... Oh, never mind that. I was trying to determine how Project M was played.
Project M is just a homebrew you install somehow on the Wii.
Project M is a homebrew, but I'm also pretty sure it'll run on Dolphin. So no, Saf, I don't think there are any Wii U emulators.
I definitely know there aren't any 3DS emulators yet.
Right, because if that was the case, I would have an excuse to play Fire Emblem Awakening.
Yes, quite. But I've noticed that the remix scene for video game music has kind of exploded over the past couple years.
How do you mean? You mean just OC Remix, or...? Because
I know OC Remix has been around for a while, but it just seems like there's been a lot more of it over the past couple years.
I can't say I've noticed an increase. I mean, OC Remix has been relatively popular since, 2004-ish?
Probably earlier than that.
Yeah, they've been making albums for as long as I can remember.
Wow, maybe I just never paid enough attention.
Yep.
Maybe it's only just now gotten big enough that I've noticed.
Well, again, that's possible. But how did you manage to not notice the fact that they did 3 albums based on the Donkey Kong Country series?
It was probably at a time where I wasn't paying a whole lot of attention to anything outside of DK Vine in the video game community. Because really, after the buyout and everything, I kind of turtled in and just kind of kept it to DK Vine. Didn't really branch out and discover what was out there and what was going on.
They were featured as news posts, though. I know those 3 were, and I also know that the Benjamin Briggs's Diddy Kong Racing Bootleg Circuit album were all featured as news posts. So even if you did stick to DK Vine, you would have noticed those albums. You lazy bastard!
No, the thing is about the news posts is they were pretty much, if you were on the forums, you already knew about it anyway, and there was usually much better discussion on there about the news items. So I pretty much didn't ever visit the main page.
They didn't discuss them on the forums either?
No, unless there was already a thread for it. It was, yeah. Front page was pretty much dead to us.
Alright then. Okay, I was about to say you are peculiar, but then I realized that I'm the peculiar one.
I think we're both peculiar.
Right.
I think anybody listening is equally as peculiar.
Did my voice just crack when I was doing a silent voice only approval? That's what you listen to Forum Watch for.
So yes, DK Vine's been really been gearing up and starting to do a lot more.
I see what you did there.
Really started interacting with the community, giving back a little. You think we'll see that continue into the next year?
Well, hopefully. We've already seen them give many a shout out to the Geek Critique.
The Geek Critique. Yes, I'm hoping they'll do some kind of collaboration with them at some point.
Yeah, Geek Critique is pretty good at video editing from what I've seen, so...
Yeah, they're pretty good.
Alongside everyone else on the forum.
Oh, man. Now what I'm wondering is if they'll ever start doing DK Vine merchandise.
We've had that discussion many times. Let's open that topic! Oh, brother.
Now, I know many, many years ago, they had a mouse pad you could buy.
Right, I remember the mouse pad. I think that some people counted the 2 seasons of Elvis and Slick Monty as merchandise.
Yes, I suppose that everything Chad and Heil did kind of falls under the DK Vine purview.
Well, if not that, then under File 2 Productions.
Okay, Rico.
Indeed.
You sounded like Anthony Hopkins.
I did sound like Anthony Hopkins, and I also broke my lips.
Oh, you broke your lips? Broke the bone in your lips?
Yes, clearly. Welcome to the Forum Watch, the place where dumb things happen.
Oh, cool, we got a new theme song.
Hosted by a guy, and they talk, I'll murder you. Hey!
Oh,
I can't find the topic. I'm giving up.
Unfortunate. Shall we just move on to the next topic we had in our outline?
Please.
Alright, the next topic. How do neon heads affect your perception of posters? also posted in Completely Relevant on April 22nd of 2014.
It was kind of an interesting topic. Our good friend Rock, as you said, Rockhawk, poses the question, inspired by the vast disappointment shared by many, including me, about you not in fact being Burt Reynolds. So the question remains, how do people's avatars affect your perception of them? Which is a very valid point. Each person has the opportunity to choose from a wide and varied selection of neon heads.
Oh, there's got to be hundreds of them.
Yeah. I am still really happy I managed to find the one that I have before anyone else took it.
Yes, you're the programmer from Conker's Bad Fur Day.
Yeah, I think I said in that, I don't know if I said it in the topic proper, but the main reason I chose that neon head is because I am a very verbal thinker. And so it only makes sense that my visual representation is the word hello.
It's great because with practically everybody else, you get that you get a lot of personality, coming off their avatar and how that head looks. With you, it's more or less just green.
Mm-hmm.
That's the only thing I get out of that.
Just green?
Just green. It's not quite the people who just post with an empty space. It's kind of halfway between them and everybody else. And it really makes you stand out.
Yep, a half-assed photo for a half-assed guy.
In the original post, Rockhawk says that Rockhawk talks about how
You're like a college student writing an essay. You delete your first sentence every 3 minutes because you think of a better synonym.
Backspace, 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 backspace. Click, click, click. Rockhawk talks about how people like Reggie, Cobble, Conga Line, who I don't believe is posting here anymore, and Master DS as Kremlings kind of fits how they're full of seething rage at each other.
Yeah, and they all follow the big captain himself.
They're all mutinous of the big captain himself.
Oh, they are. Yeah, it is mutiny. They all did appear in the...
Of Reggie.
Okay, never mind me.
He talked about how they're Reggie's usual opponents, and just how perfect it is.
In the red corner, and in the blue corner, round one.
He also talks about how Jim has pretty much turned Smokey the Dragon from Diddy Kong Racing into him. Like, when he sees Smokey the Dragon, he thinks of Jim. Which I find very true.
Yeah, like, whenever I start up Diddy Kong Racing, all I hear is, we're just fucking people in the middle of the streets now, aren't we?
There's another person in the topic talking about how when he got to that level in Donkey Kong Country Returns with the hippos, he was like, oh, I didn't know Joes were in this game.
Right, yeah. Well, it's not like we knew their names unless we have the official strategy guide.
The official Prima strategy guide.
Is it Prima or Prima?
I believe it's Prima.
Yeah, Prima would make more sense, but I used to say Prima because Prima's official strategy guide rolls off the tongue better.
It really does. It's really more fluid.
Yeah, like, Prima is kind of a pun, and I appreciate that, but Prima sounds better.
Plus, you have, Prima.
Is it Prima or Prima? Discuss this in the Forum Watch topic.
Anybody who can prove which is correct will receive a shout-out on episode 6 of the Forum Watch.
Yes, of the second season. No, we're going to edit the 6th episode of the first season.
We will back-edit in your recognition.
We'll take out the one racist thing that was said in that episode. Because we're not allowed to be racist anymore.
No, not allowed to be racist. Although Heil has said that the Forum Watch isn't technically under the jurisdiction of the forum rules, I feel like if we're publishing to the forum, we should make an effort to stick to their rules.
And that's exactly why we're going to talk about how Rock thinks that G-Man Sir is a black guy.
Because he has the Mr. Game & Watch avatar.
Right. So he's black and I'm green. You are such a racist!
At least me and Alf are white.
Yeah, maybe I'm green in the sense that, I'm still the new guy.
It's funny because it really only takes, and I believe Heil has said this. I've heard it echoed a couple places. It really only takes about 3 months for a person to go from being the new guy to, one of the family.
I'm the uncle that is never invited to weddings.
The DK Vine wedding.
Well, that's another topic.
What topic?
Well, wasn't there a topic where people were talking about breeding?
Yes, there was. I don't remember which one it was. Was it the boyfriend-girlfriend thread?
It was probably the boyfriend-girlfriend one.
Right, because I expressed surprise that there were actually people married.
Right. Who is that, right? Famicom?
Who, married?
Yeah, because I know Famicom mentioned that because he was having a debate with his wife over his liking of My Little Pony.
Milo has a wife.
Chad has a wife.
Chad has a wife.
Kyle has a girlfriend.
Kyle has a girlfriend.
And I have you, Saf.
Ooh. Got a shiver running down my spine.
Oh, better swat it.
I guess part of it is that when I come to DK Vine, it's kind of like time froze somewhere in the early 2000s. So it's always kind of surprising when something comes to my attention that updates that perception. Because, back then we were all, young adults, older teenagers. It's just hard to think about the fact that we're all getting older and we're all kind of moving on with our lives.
Well, considering I just turned 20 and I discovered I discovered DK Vine when I was like 12. I guess that makes it a good thing I didn't join back then. I would be crushed like a grape. Oh, by the way, thanks to you and no other members of the forum for giving me a friggin' happy birthday.
Oh,
It was
sorry,
3 days ago, you son of a bitch. We're recording on the 28th of May.
28th of May, 2014.
Yes,
We did not record these episodes years in advance.
unfortunately. You missed my 42nd birthday, how could you?
Ah. Well, nobody wished me a happy birthday while I was banned. No, I came on the forums. Even though I was banned, I came on the forums. I was like, oh, certainly somebody's going to be like, Saf, if you're out there, happy birthday. But no.
Did Helios have the same birthday? And everyone wishes Helios a happy birthday.
Everybody loved the fuck out of Helios. Oh, sometimes I almost wish I'd stayed as him.
No. But then the theme song wouldn't scan.
I thought you said the theme song
Okay, the first one would, but the second one wouldn't. And the third one is just out of the question.
I just like your premise that even though I would have been this new guy Helios, I still would have done a podcast about the forums.
Exactly. It is your duty as a guy who is Barnacle Bear.
I was Bizarre.
You were Bizarre? Who's Barnacle?
Barnacle, Neon Limit, I believe?
Okay, there you go.
No, talking about avatars.
Yeah.
It was surprising, some people didn't know what certain avatars represented.
We totally brought it back!
Ah, yes.
You should sing more.
Oh, yes.
You should sing more than the same 2 words.
Oh, yes, I should.
Damn it, I was hoping you wouldn't. Don't you know what humor is?
Humor. It's a bodily fluid. This episode's going to turn out fine in the edit. Trust me, Chasm.
Right. This...
We're doing fine. We're doing great.
I can't wait until Milo's summary of events is just the one word, what?
What? I think it'll be worse than that. I think it'll just be, why?
How?
No.
Yes. He just doesn't respond, even. He just quits cold turkey.
Nobody responds to the thread.
Right.
I just keep posting these episodes, and nobody cares.
And it'll be all my fault.
It's actually been surprising, the number of people who have come to me and been like, oh, well, when's the Forum Watch coming back? Because I was under the impression that everybody was humoring us with their enjoyment.
Right. So you were just accepting their bodily fluids.
Yes. Oh, nice. Nicely done.
So it's weird how some people really confused what others' avatars were.
Oh, right. We brought it back, and then we started talking about how we brought it back, and we never actually brought it back. But yes, Twilight Vestige wasn't sure what Hyle's avatar was supposed to be.
Well, isn't it obvious?
Isn't it obvious? Didn't you fucking beat Donkey Kong Country 2?
Well, didn't you beat Donkey Kong Country 2 102%? Because otherwise, you will never see that head.
It wasn't a head.
It's the floating symbol. I combined symbolic and symbol into one stupid word.
I hate it when you change the root of a word and it changes how it begins.
Like, for example, fuck you.
Or when I call somebody a retard.
Right. Hoisted by my own retard.
I think that's what's happening this episode.
Oh, brother. Well, at least I have an excuse.
What's your excuse?
Autism, you son of a dick.
Oh, man. But yeah, Twilight Vestige thought that Hyle's avatar actually came from Diddy Kong Racing, the fountain in, what was it called? Future City?
Well, it's Future Funland. You mean Star City?
Star City, the Star City fountain.
That'll be an interesting one. Is that an option?
No. In fact, it was...
Get on it, then!
You know, what I like about Chad and Hyle's avatars is that they have the only avatars, not counting yours and a handful of others, that aren't an actual neon head.
Right.
They have objects.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like the rest of the staff needs to get object avatars.
I'd rather they didn't.
Why is that?
If I see Matt Corna, alias Waddle DDD, without Kirby, I will be very sad.
His posting just wouldn't work without
Yeah,
Kirby.
exactly. Because, like, you, whenever I see that, I always play a little Green Greens theme, you know, and then I'm just reading, fuck them wankers,
like some British dude drunk in this magical.
Yeah.
You know, Catsy didn't think this thread would go well at all.
Well,
Proved her wrong, didn't he?
yeah. Ha! Opinions. I don't want to be too hard on her. I like Catsy.
Oh, I like Catsy. There's very few people I don't like.
Mm-hmm.
Are you saying Catsy isn't one of those 7?
Yeah, Catsy is not among the 7. Mainly because Catsy and I have discussions about P-Cross.
Ah, yes, P-Cross. What is P-Cross exactly?
It's kind of like a number crossword. Essentially, you're given a grid, 5x5, 10x10, whatever, and there are numbers on each side. And following the numbers, you fill in the white spaces to make a little bit of pixel art.
Ah.
If you have a 3DS, right? You can probably get Mario's P-Cross for the Game Boy for about $4 on the eShop.
Sweet.
Yeah, it's a good bargain.
Ah, I do like number puzzles.
Mm-hmm. Twilight Vestige also thought that Scraps69, his avatar, was from... Well, I don't know. All I know is that it is from Viva Pinata, and I, too, didn't think it was from that.
Yeah, a lot of people thought it might be a fire imp from Conker's Bad Fur Day.
Yeah, and like I thought that would go well with his personality, to be honest.
That would go well with his personality. That would be perfect. It's actually kind of surprising he doesn't have an avatar from somewhere in Conker's Bad Fur Day.
Maybe it would be too obvious.
Yeah, a little too on the nose.
Mm-hmm.
And there's one thing Scraps is known for, it's his subtlety.
I thought it was because of his nose.
You know, I kind of wonder whether people just aren't that familiar with Viva Pinata.
Well, I imagine they're, like, aware of its concept, but he chose what I consider a relatively obscure character. Like, a tainted version of one of the pinatas you can grow. It wasn't like one of the main characters or whatever. Not Horstachio or Fleetfoot or, Voldemort or whoever.
Professor Pester.
Yes. Voldemort.
I believe it's pronounced Voldemort.
Oh. Shut up.
Yeah. And actually, I don't think you're supposed to even say that name.
Oh. Drat. Man, Reggie didn't agree with the premise at all.
That sounds like Reggie.
That sounds like a DK Vine member.
Yeah, it sounds like an average DK Vine member. But, you know, Reggie's whole... his thought was that you can't really judge a person based on what avatar they choose from a limited selection. That you could really only judge a person if they had free reign to choose any avatar.
Well, essentially you can. There is a tutorial on how to create those neon head avatars, right?
Indeed, there is, and I actually followed it, and I spent a day the other week just practicing my neons. I have no art skills. I don't really draw or do any kind of pixeling or anything, but within half a dozen of them, I was getting really good at it.
Well, yeah, I imagine once you learned the process. That's when you created the He-Man characters, right?
Yeah, I started with DKU characters, and eventually I was like, yeah, all the good ones have been taken. So, and I feel like He-Man and the Masters of the Universe is one of my favorite franchises of all time. Probably, if outside of the DKU, probably my favorite thing in the whole wide world. And it's surprising that we never really talk about it here.
You mean on the podcast or on the forum?
Both.
Oh. Because the one thing we need here is more tangents. Unless you want, like, a secondary podcast dedicated to discussing He-Man, or, like, podcast within podcast. Just, like, a 15-minute block talking about He-Man or whatever.
There's actually, like, 5 or 6 podcasts about He-Man.
Oh, are you a speaker on one of them?
I've wondered if any of them allow you to call in like the conversation does.
If you want to call the He-Man podcast.
Yeah. It's 1-281-410.
And a different word. Except there's no 4-letter word I can really think of that would describe He-Man.
Yeah, I was trying to think ahead to make that joke connect, and yeah, can't come up with one.
Eh.
And that word is Tila.
Ah, there we go. This has been produced.
Oh,
In a
man.
perfect world.
In a perfect world, we'd been over with by now.
Oh.
Oh man, but it's been talked about on the conversation around the forums before how surprising it is that we have this neon motif on the forums, because that's drawn from Mario Kart 64, a cameo game.
Right. But it is the cameo game in the eyes of many.
It is either that one or Melee.
Yeah. Well, Melee.
Melee.
I'd say Brawl more. If only because Diddy Kong.
True, but a lot of people hate Brawl.
Yeah, I know a lot of people hate Brawl, and I know that Donkey Kong was not given a good final smash or any good stages. And okay, fine, Melee, whatever.
Melee.
Oh, well, if anything, the next one might be able to usurp that. We have Donkey, and we have Diddy, and we have a forward rolling somersault.
Oh, thank goodness for that forward rolling somersault. It was really bothering me before.
That he was just doing a pseudo version of his kick from DK64?
It wasn't even quite close enough to really count as a reference.
Yeah, like if he took off slightly, or if he used both arms, maybe. Important discussions.
Important discussions about stupid-ass cameo games.
Do you think they'll be keeping the neon heads since the new version of the Mario Kart 64 Rainbow Road replaces it with fireworks?
I believe Joe said that he was going to do special avatars for the fireworks.
I'm interested in seeing how they'll turn out.
The other week, Coop Hall actually had a suggestion to replace the neon heads with
Silhouettes.
which is in keeping with the, not the current theme of the site.
Well, what used to be the current theme of the site.
Which I rather liked.
Yeah.
I thought it was a good idea.
Yeah, it was very relaxing. Though, if anything, I also miss the the chain of neon that was at the bottom of the screen of Diddy Kong doing a cartwheel into a Kremling.
Yes, that was great. We need more of that. Not just neon heads, but we need, like, neon art.
We need neon. We need advertisements.
Mm-hmm.
If we get extra, if Hio and Chad get extra money from the Silverbacker program, they should clearly just buy a billboard. Yeah, you're just like driving down the inner city. If you want to go to the conversation,
it just says 1281410 and the word.
Right.
Doesn't give you the word.
Right, and it's of course spelled in the font. There's a technical term for that font. I can't remember it. I know it was discussed.
Yes, it was discussed around the time of when Tropical Freeze was released. Heil believed that the font in Tropical Freeze might be a reference to DK Vine.
Well, if anything, MDog1Million does have some slight connections.
That he does, through his brother.
You know what I like the most about the Forum Watch, Saf?
What do you like most about the Forum Watch, Chasm?
How on topic it is.
Yes, we run a tight ship here.
Mm-hmm. We run a lot of tight things, to be honest.
Run a tight train.
Yep. There is one last thing I'd like to point out about the neon heads, actually.
Oh yeah, what's that?
Another member, Nick V, who is, I believe, Yoshi, points out that it is weird when people change their avatars, which I totally agree with.
Yes, it is. Whenever it happens, for like a couple days, I'm always like, oh, who's this new person? Oh, it's Planet Cool.
You last a couple days?
It's more like a couple weeks.
There we go. That's a bit more accurate. Like when Alf started using that Jimmy Fallon head.
Jimmy Fallon head, yes.
Right.
Which I thought was great that he was using one of the punishment avatars unironically, because it also added context to my avatar.
Right, exactly. We have two people who want to think they're celebrities.
No, I didn't choose this avatar.
Oh, right. You, too, were punished.
I was punished with it.
Right. We have one person who wanted to be a celebrity, and one person who is.
Yes.
I didn't choose the Burt Reynolds life. Burt Reynolds' life chose me.
Man, I'm running out of steam here.
Oh. Well, if anything, I am a genius at ending podcasts.
Really?
Yep.
Would you like to would you like to give this one a closeout?
Yep. I'm not going to. Actually, yes I am. Whatever. Tune in to hear Electric Six's cover of Maneater.
Does Electric Six have a cover of Maneater?
You're about to find out.
Ah.
Oh, here she comes. Look out, boys, she'll chew you up. Oh, here she comes. She's a man-eater. Oh, here she comes. Look out, boys, she'll chew you up. Oh, here she comes. She's a man-eater. Oh, here she comes. She comes. Oh, here she comes. She comes. This has been produced by
Saf
and
Well, my name's Sir Chasm, and I'm here to say that I helped produce the episode you heard today.